There have been calls for an investigation after a group of unemployed workers at the Jubilee River pageant were left to shelter under a bridge in the middle of the night. The unpaid volunteers say they felt humiliated by the experience. The same company employing them has apologised. Victoria Hollins has more.
It was one of the main events of the Jubilee celebrations, but some of those working behind the scenes as stewards claim the grandeur and pomp and ceremony of the flotilla was in stark contrast to their treatment.
It was horrendous. I can't believe they'd done it to us, really. It was horrible.
This man, who doesn't want to be identified, was one of 30 unpaid job seekers and others on apprentice wages who were brought to London to marshal crowds and gain work experience as part of the government's work programme. Some are angry at their working conditions, including being left for 3 hours during Sunday night under London Bridge.
Didn't get no sleep on the night when we stayed under London Bridge. Done a full shift for them. The weather was terrible. The weather gear they supplied wasn't any good. It was a poncho and a high visibility vest. We were told we had to change in public as well, which I didn't want to do.
Close Protection UK has apologised to what it says was a small number of staff who complained, but it says they had received vital training.
The whole situation has been exaggerated, and we're talking about 2 or 3 people complaining, and it was badly handled, and for that we've extensively apologised. We're not in the business of exploiting free labour.
But for some people, what happened here underneath London Bridge raises a bigger issue, and that is the use of unpaid or low-paid workers at big national events. And that, of course, pushes the spotlight onto the Olympic Games. Labour members on the London Assembly have written to Olympic organisers and the Mayor to ensure stewards won't be treated in the same way at the Games.
We want the whole thing to be properly investigated. We want guarantees about the Olympics that we're not going to have this sort of allegation made in the case of the Olympic Games. It is pretty scandalous, people being expected to change in public, sleep under bridges. No one would want their family members to do that.
London 2012 have confirmed Close Protection UK are providing some marshalling and security staff during the Games, but say all employees will be paid the London living wage, currently over £8 an hour. And the organisation says it's been assured that appropriate accommodation will be provided for those who don't live locally. The steward we spoke to says for him the pageant was a brilliant opportunity wasted, and he doesn't want to repeat the experience ever again. Victoria Hollins, BBC London News.
A 16